your socks. Hey!
The Lost Art with Andrew Cox podcast. A Marine Corps League and Till Valhalla Project Ambassador. Now streaming on all major podcast platforms. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast that has given a voice to our veterans. The Lost Art with Andrew Cox.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lost Art Podcast. I got everybody on. I'm not supposed to, but here we go. All right. Welcome back to the Lost Art Podcast, that podcast giving a voice to our veterans. I'm your host, Andrew Cox, and today we're having a fireside chat with the crew. But before we get into the episode, are you enjoying the podcast? And make sure you go to the website. That's the lostart.podbean.com. Go there, check us out, see what we're all about. There's a couple of ways you can help support us in getting our veteran voices out for all to hear. You can go to our website, and there's a couple of tabs you can click on. The first one is a one-time donation. You can go in there and give us a donation. Just click on that. It'll tell you where to go, what to do. The second time is become a patron. You can become a patron. That's a monthly donation. Or you can go to the third option. You can go to the merchandise tab, go in there, get you some cool merchandise, anything like that. And if you have a business out there, don't forget, you can always advertise here on the podcast and help us get our veteran voices out for all to hear. Big shout out to the Till Valhalla Project. They're out there doing some amazing things. They have some amazing products that help them in their mission. So go check them out at their website. That's tillvalhallaproject.com.
Are you a Marine veteran? Are you missing that bond you had on active duty? Then I have a place for you. Join the only congressionally chartered Marine Corps Veteran Service Organization, the Marine Corps League. Get that brother and sisterhood back in your life. Become one of the fewer, the prouder, a Marine Corps League member.
All right. We got the crew here. We're going to go ahead and go across the country and check everybody out. All right, here we go. We got everybody with us tonight. We'll start with Sensei up there since he's at the top. Sensei, how you doing, man?
Good. Hold on a second. Where my tabs go? That's not my tab.
I don't know, you disappeared.
I can do this. This tab, and then there we go. All right. Life's a little complicated right now. A little busy. Yeah, I'm supposed to be taking this summer off, but it's been busy, you know. Let's see. Mowed the lawn, stepped into an anthill, got ant bites all the way up to my knee. It's great. And then let's see. I'm teaching my last day of a summer camp tomorrow. 2/3 of the way done with the remodel in the garage, and starting to get ready for the motorcycle trip in 2 weeks. I'm gonna pull out all the gear and start making sure everything's ready to go. Let's see, tonight's cigar. Before I go into this, and I was leaving to go teach the class last week, and I couldn't find my bag, but I had my iPad with me, so I put my iPad on the back of the bike. I went to go find my bag, and I forgot about it. Drove off with my iPad on the back of the bike, totally. It's spiderwebbed all across the screen, but everything still works. I think it even got run over. It was in its case, but so I found a tech shop here in the Low Country that will replace it for $285. So the screen. So I'm probably doing that when I get back from the trip. All right. Moral of the story: don't ever leave your iPad in the back of the motorcycle. Today's cigar is an Ashton cabinet. We just had an Ashton event at my local cigar shop, so I picked up a bunch of Ashtons. I got a couple of freebies out of it because I'm a member there and all that kind of stuff. This is one of Ashton's mild to medium cigar. It's a Dominican filler and binder, and a Connecticut shade wrapper. Mike would like this one. It is smooth and creamy with hints of nut, hay, coca, and a vanilla sweetness to it. And then towards the last third is a little bit of spice. But they're a nice, a lot of people consider them nice morning cigars. Because if you're a multiple cigar smoker throughout the day, you smoke light to dark. or mild to heavy. So this is considered a morning cigar.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Well, we know that Sensei has got his cigar there that is a round cylindrical shape and looks like a cat turd. So, Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing outstanding, Andrew. Sunny Southern California is the weather just unbelievably perfect. Not too hot, no humidity, of course, and as soon as the sun starts going down, it gets a little chilly for us. So if it wasn't, once again, if it wasn't for the politicians, and prices, this would be just heaven on earth.
Yeah, very good, very true. I see. Now you had grandpa duties the other night, and you were out doing your synchronized swimming.
Yeah, sure was.
Yeah.
That's
We
a
enjoyed
tough
we
sport, I
enjoyed
tell
you
you.
talking about it.
That's a tough sport for these young kids, these young girls.
Yeah. I love it. All right, well, let's go down to Bone. He's up there in the Washington area on the West Coast. How you doing, Bone? Yeah, you got to hit the mute button. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Mike. And he's gone. Talking about Mike, we'll just go ahead and jump over to Mike. Mike, how you doing?
Be good if I could get the damn thing unmuted. I keep touching the screen. I forget I'm on my laptop, not the iPad. I'm like,
yeah, it does change things up a little bit for sure.
I was like, what the heck? Is this thing broke? But I'm doing good. It's a long week last week. Going to be a long week this week. So,
yeah,
tis what it is.
Yeah. But the good thing is you're looking dapper.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I mean, you look. It's looking pretty good, I must say. Yeah,
thick and full.
I know.
Robust.
Yeah, I have to use mane and tail on it to keep it looking like this.
Yeah. I think you give Magnum PI a run for his money.
It's like a significant amount of girth. I like it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cultivation there.
Thanks, Mark. That's a compliment.
I love it. All right, Jim, how you doing?
I'm surviving, guys. I can't say I have perfect weather here. It's very humid, but it's not too hot, so I'll take that. I can sit on this porch and not die. That'd be good. So
yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with not dying on a porch. That's
for sure.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with it.
No.
Well, hopefully...
I had a busy day today. I had cars and coffee over at the mall here, where the parking lot gets filled with cars, and the Marine Corps League goes out and sets up a tent, and we serve coffee, and people.
Okay.
First, we get lots of questions. It's a good day. It's it's just fun morning, and then been in and out the rest of the day. So
yeah, love it. I love it. Busy day.
Oh yeah.
We may or may not have Bone with us.
There he is.
But I see him. So Bone, can you hear me? And if you can, how are things? Yeah, he got nothing. I don't know what's happening. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No, that's.
I don't think he hears us.
Washington's probably close to California with
Wait.
Could be.
Is it Newsom on a road tour right now? Is it Newsom on a road tour right now?
I think so. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I think he must be up in Washington.
He's moving.
Gavin Newsom did speak here in South Carolina a few days ago.
Why? I don't understand that.
Yeah, why?
Lucky you.
Because he's making a run for president.
1, 2, 3.
Is that what it is?
Oh, 2 more to go.
Bone, are you there with us yet? Dan from Tracer Burnout says, "Good evening, my crayon crunching comrades. What kind of cigar was that, Sensei? I'm going to pick up a new box this week."
This is the Ashton Cabinet cigar in a Robusto size. It's not the traditional 5x50. This is a 5.5 by 50. In the biz, we call it the vitriol. But this is a 5.5 by 50. Connecticut shade wrapper, really tasty, yummy. One of Mike's favorite because it's creamy and smooth.
Dan likes creamy and smooth cigars too, I think. Bone, can you hear us? And
There we go
can you tell us how you're doing?
I think I am back. I think I'd like to thank the
Oh,
people at Google Chrome.
I hear you,
Third
and
time's a
you're
charm.
talking.
Man, I'm doing great. It's beautiful in the PNW. It's that time of year where we lure everybody into coming up here and thinking they want to stay and, maybe bring their politics or not. But be wary. It's only going to be nice like this for another month and a half.
Yeah.
But no, it's awesome, man. Like, life's good. Dog days of summer. Loving it.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you were all here. I'm excited. Today we're going back to the regular format. So we're going to start this off with Veteran Organizations update with Mark. And I'm going to throw Mark right there. Look at that big screen. Mark's on the big screen.
Outstanding. How are we doing today? Everything good?
Man. Good.
Okay. So I located a veteran organization. It's called Everyone for Veterans. And it's the website is everyoneforveterans.org. 501c3. They've got a very, very high rating with Charity Navigator. But what Everyone for Veterans does, it was started because there was a dentist up in Issaquah, Washington, and they, for some reason, I don't know how they got involved in it all, but it was discovered that only approximately 8% of veterans that are enrolled in the VA's healthcare actually qualify for dental care.
Wow.
And so one of the things about veterans, they'll take care of a lot of things, but, they a lot of times they'll put the dental on the back burner. Do you remember active duty, that dental hit list, how hard that was to get everyone to go to dental? Well, it gets even harder for the veterans because once they have to pay for stuff, they put the dental on the back burner, which causes a lot of problems. So, they always say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, but when it comes to dental work, it's usually some type of emergency type situation. Well,
right.
So this organization started, and they started a nationwide association with dental professionals to get veterans in there for comprehensive dental care. They're not in an emergency. Hey, I got a cracked tooth. I'm just going to go in there and get the cracked tooth taken care of. It's comprehensive. They want to go through and take care of you. Get these veterans on a dental plan and get them going in there. And this organization, how great it is, not only for the veteran, but an eligible spouse, they will take care of with their dental care if they qualify for the Everyone for Veterans program.
That's impressive.
It is. When I started reading it, it was like, wow. So there's nationwide, dental programs, dentists, and other dental professionals that you can sign up for. Once again, you got to go on their website, got to register, and I'm sure there's some qualification criteria. But then if you don't have a dental plan of your own, veterans out there, contact Everyone for Veterans and get enrolled, and then go get your teeth fixed.
I love it. And they can, it's pretty easy to enroll. Just go to the website, click on enroll, and go.
Yes, everyoneforveterans.org.
Very nice. Man, that's a really cool organization. I like that.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Sensei.
Well, actually, right now, they are closed down for applications until August 1st.
Okay. So August 1st, they can go on and start clicking on it. That's a good deal.
Yep. because of that, everyone, people were finding out about this and they got backlogged. So they had to shut it down for a while to get
Yeah.
everything up to date. And they're going to open it back up for registration on August 1st.
I love it. I love it. That's a good deal. Since they should sign up for that for his tooth that the military.
I know, right?
Yeah.
They, of course, they got to be less than 100% disability rating, because if you're 100% with the VA, you have dental care. So if they're, and it's really for the veterans that are experiencing some type of hardship, financial hardship, whether they lost their job, they're behind, their job doesn't provide dental coverage,
Right.
things like that. They got to have experience financial hardship and less than 100% on the VA disability rating.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's a good deal. There's a lot of
And
people out there that could use that. Go ahead, Bone.
I'd like to say too, there's Mark kind of covered it but glossed over it a little bit. What is a hardship? And like you said, just gainful employment's great, but if they don't provide that dental care and you're a veteran that's not 100% disabled, that's a hardship. If you don't have a bag of cash to take in and get your grill plated, that's the hardship, right? So
It is.
Might not be for a custom grill, but that counts. So I know you especially you Marines are proud men and women. Sometimes it just think about it,
Yeah.
and your dental health is important to your overall health. As a Air Force medic and soon to be man nurse, I can attest to that. So
right.
listen to Mark.
Like you said, it's not just they cover bridges, root canals, crowns, implants, everything. Like I said, to just to restore them back to health. And sometimes, like you said, some of these grills are pretty bad. They'll straighten out some teeth, to take away some of that shame. So that some people don't want to go in for a job interview because, they're looking like they're from Tennessee or something. Or the toothbrush was utilized.
Jim didn't like that one, but he's muted. He's muted.
I heard Mark, and I was giving the sergeant major there a little grace because,
Yeah,
I'm not from Tennessee.
Mark's what they call a crap sandwich hander. I don't want to say the word, it's like a backdoor compliment in a way that it's like a crap sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's very proficient at it.
Everybody's got to take a bite.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Story of my life.
That's right. But to go back to costs and stuff like that, like Mark, you're saying, and Bone, last November I had to have a crown, and December I had to have a crown. Because the crown I had just disintegrated, and the other tooth still had a navy filling in it, and it just disintegrated in a tooth split. And then I was like, just pull it.
Because that shocks me.
I said, how? Well, it's pretty good. The damn thing was in there 20 years.
Okay.
So, but I said, hey, how much is it just to pull a tooth? That's what I'm here for. And it was a back bowler on the bottom. And he was like, well, for us to pull it, it's, it'd be like $400. I was like, to pull a damn tooth? He goes, yeah. He said, it's the cheapest route. I was like, he goes, well, we could save that tooth. He said, you really want to save that tooth? And I'm like,
do I really?
I was like, okay. So, the woman comes, she goes, well, I'll send what's her name up here to talk to you. She comes in and she goes, well, your insurance covers this amount. And it's decent insurance, don't get me wrong, but they only covers a certain amount.
Right.
Those two crowns and the two of them was $5,000.
That's crazy.
Most
you know
people,
what?
They don't have that, and I mean, insurance only paid half of that.
We could beat that for sure. I'll pull somebody's tooth for $100. You just come and see me. I got some pliers. We'll hook up a string to the door. We'll do something.
Yeah.
We'll pull that thing right out of there. $100.
Andrew alluded to the issues that I have. I have a tooth in the middle that's missing because the Army messed it up. Go Army. But now it's starting to give me issues because the teeth or the tooth underneath it, because every tooth has a partner below it or above it, right? My
Right.
missing tooth's partner below it is starting to come up because it doesn't have a tooth above it to keep it down.
You're talking about like to grind on it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like now it's going to start throwing off my bite because the tooth behind the gap is starting to come forward and it's now contacting the tooth that's supposed to be pushed down by the tooth that's missing. So I'm like, it's starting to create some issues. So right now, part of my supplemental claim with the VA is to get this tooth fixed. But if the VA doesn't pony up, Mark, I think I'm going to be giving your group a call.
Yeah. Might as well.
Oh.
Might as well.
Yep.
All right. Mark, did you have anything else for us?
I think that covers it for me.
All right. Sounds good. Well, let's move on to military news with Vic.
All right. I got two stories. I don't think can you see me when I click away?
I see you just fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Unfortunately.
My iPad no longer does split screen. It adds a window, and I have to toggle back and forth between windows, which is, I don't know if that was the latest update or what, but it's annoying. Okay, so we got story number one is the release of basically, I guess, Secretary Hegseth Department's new focus on the use of drone technology. First of all, they want to strengthen drone manufacturing base. Second, they want to obviously get the best tools out to soldiers and sailors and Marines out in the field who need them the most, right?
Mm-hmm.
Technology, we will power a technological leapfrog, arming our combat units with a variety of low-cost drones made by Americans, world-leading engineers, and artificial intelligence experts. So obviously, we've heard about other countries. Some of our peer adversaries are, far ahead of us in the drone game, so to speak. So I think the Department of Defense is finally starting to get on board, which is nice. I mean, we have to keep pace with that kind of stuff, or it's going to eat our lunch, I think. And then another story is, let's see, some A-10 warthogs may dodge retirement. I don't know. Yeah, so the A-10 has been around for decades and decades because it's such a solid platform. The aircraft are virtually bulletproof, and the ground forces support that it provides is unparalleled. But the aircraft is old, so the Air Force has been trying to phase it out. Pentagon's budget, which the department released back in June, calls for the Air Force to retire its remaining 162 planes of the Warthog in 2026, 2 years earlier than they originally intended. It also calls for canceling the E-7 Wedgetail program in favor of the E-2D Hawkeye and space-based sensors, and cutting the planned purchase of F-35A Joint Strike Fighters down to 24, nearly half. Let's see. Yeah, so everybody is, I think, I have to give kudos to Secretary Hegseth. He's trying to do his part to cut the bloat, and good on him. But see, the proposed E-7 F-35 cuts sent shockwave through the Air Force community and prompted 16 retired four-star generals, including 6 former chiefs of staff, to speak out against the changes. They sent top congressional leaders a letter Monday urging lawmakers to change course. So the Armed Forces Services Committee on Friday announced that it would approve the version of the 2026 National Defense Authorization Act, which could mitigate some of the A-10 and F-35 changes. So the A-10 might be around just a little bit longer. I've always been fascinated by that airframe. When I was on recruiting duty up in New Cumberland in Pennsylvania, basically almost as soon as you come on base, there's a A-10 static display right there on the right, man. And I got to every day drive by it, and I've always had a fascination for that airframe. Such a lethal airframe, so effective, and it's surprising to me Why aren't you going full screen? It's surprising to me that a similar airframe hasn't been developed. But who am I? I just eat crayons.
Isn't that one of the only aircraft that we still have that we have like that can be flown manually?
Yeah.
With like
by
hand, like cables and crap like that. Wasn't there a story? Was that
I don't know about that,
or something years ago? It was a female pilot. She got hit and lost like hydraulics and crap like that. So she got it back, and she had to fly it basically by hand. Pulling.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think there's compartments on the inside because the way it was designed, half the damn bird can be missing and it still flies. And
yeah, not to mention all the ordnance and everything that can carry the Gatling gun on the front with the depleted uranium rounds. It's a formidable weapon, and when you hear it, it has a very distinct sound. And when you hear it, if you're not on the right side, you start running.
The A-10 is a lifesaver. I know from personal experience. That thing is a beast. That's what Dan says.
It's pretty neat, though. That whole, we all know this, is that whole damn thing was built specifically for that gun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Around the gun, and it's like, all right, what do we wrap around this thing? what do we put on this thing now?
Yeah, that's a good point. Going back to the drones, they've been talking about drones and doing stuff for a long time. So, I'm glad to see that they're actually moving forward. And I don't know if you saw the video that he did to announce it, and when he signed the paperwork, which was pretty cool, I thought. They had all the drones flying around, and then he pulled the thing off the drone and signed it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the manufacturing here in the United States was one of the big things that I thought was cool.
And all that, especially when it comes to manufacturing, there's so many things that go into starting manufacturing.
Yeah.
It's just not like we're going to start manufacturing tomorrow. First of all, you have to have the facilities to manufacture. So we have to build facilities to manufacture. I'm sure they're going to tap into the civilian market that already builds drones, but then you have to find the qualified workforce. Right. And then you come up with all the funding and blah, blah. It's not something, it's a slow ship to turn when you say, oh, America's going to start producing its own, whatever, okay. It's not going to be 3 weeks. We're going to have drones in the air, it's still going to take some time. But I think in the meantime, as long as we're developing technology that can be implemented, that gives us something to do until we actually have drones in the air.
Right. They were talking about at one point, having drones at the squad level where the squad could actually send up the drones and look at things and stuff like that. I don't know if that ever came to fruition. Did anybody hear about that?
I know they've been using drones in combat for a long time. I don't know about squad level, but I know about platoon level. They've been using drones for some time, over 10 years, and primitive drones that are, like styrofoam. They have one motor on them and they can basically go in circles and that's about it. But that's if it's got a camera on it, that's all you need. Send it out for a few hundred meters, circle back and see what else is in front of you. But drones have been around for a little bit now.
Oh man, Dan said Metallica sued. He said Metallica sued because their music was used, so DOD took down the video and re-released it without music. What?
Yeah. That was probably Lars Ulrich. He's a little B when it comes to that stuff.
Wow. There's tons of military musical artists that are out there that have some pretty cool music. So the DOD should reach out to all these different artists, because I guarantee you they'd be like, yeah, I absolutely use my music for anything. Like, go ahead. So
I know for a fact we have military rock bands that are composing their own music, and since it's a military rock band composing their own music, the rights to that music belong to the military.
True.
So,
yeah.
I just flabbergasted me that we still have the DOD using outside resources for resources that we have in house. It just boggles my mind.
Well, it's just another way to waste money, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Well, I guess technically they're not wasting money if they're using somebody's music. I mean, they could be if it becomes a lawsuit, like legit lawsuit, and they don't take it down type of deal.
I think I read something. I, I don't remember that somebody sued the Army because the Army was trying to develop their own like internal databases, and I think was it the Army? I don't remember, but I think it was the Army. But they were trying to develop their own internal databases for managing things, and Raytheon sued them because there's something in the procurement policy that says you have to exhaust every opportunity to use both internal and external resources. And they were specifically avoiding all external resources, and Raytheon sued and won.
Wow.
So yeah, it's. I mean, some of the contractors out there, they want that government money. So I mean, some of them have made their entire corporation living off of the government contracts.
True.
The steady giving, from the government.
I don't know if you could do it within the DoD, why not just do it within the DoD? That's what doesn't make sense to me about it.
I have a feeling it has something to do with politics.
I'm sure everything
go
boils
figure.
down to that.
Yeah. But like I mean, because a lot of these, I don't know if anybody in the military, but you have we know for a fact that people on Capitol Hill are getting kickbacks. You give somebody a corporation a contract for something, anything, and then it's like, okay, I'll scratch your back. Okay, you donate to my campaign or whatever it is, or provide for this or that, and something, pay for my park or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. It's just all laundering.
Yeah,
in my opinion. Obviously, I can't prove anything.
Well, I would say your opinion is probably pretty close to everybody else's, but I don't know that for sure. All right, Sensei, you got anything else you want to chat about?
No, I yield the rest of my time.
You yield the rest of your time. Very well. We'll go to military history with Jim.
Well, good evening. Well, let's see. We're going to start this off easy and remind everybody that this year is our 250th year for not only the Marine Corps, but the Army and the Navy. Armies did theirs first, Navy's next than us on November 10th. And that is the start of the military as we know it today. And then I got a doozy I'm looking into and trying to confirm some stuff for next time.
Very nice.
This is a celebration year for us.
Yeah, it's a big year.
Yes,
I'm curious what all they're going to actually end up doing on our birthday in November. Do you think they're going to have a big parade and stuff?
Well, that's a good question, isn't it? They did it for the Army.
Yeah, they really did for the Army.
But they need a parade. We'll have enough parties that going on that day that everybody knows we're there.
Yeah. That's a good
Actually, that whole weekend, the whole month, really. So.
Well, I think we have actually started at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, we did.
I think most people have started already preparing and already celebrating throughout the year. So, who knows?
That's very true.
Yeah,
as it should be.
Yeah, I know Mark's been celebrating the whole year.
Always.
Yeah.
Word on the street is he's going to celebrate by growing a mustache.
What was it? You were outdone.
If you do it, I'll do
it. You were outdone on the last episode. Tina come on and she said she had her mustache, but you didn't have yours. So
yeah, that was fun.
Now, you remember at one point in time, everybody had beards, and we were told Mark we were going to send him one. Can have the little elastic straps that went around his ears.
Yeah.
During the podcast.
That's right.
He's going to look like Will Robertson out there,
Yeah.
We'll send him the glasses that have the little mustache on it. You know what I'm talking about?
That would
We'll
work.
send him some of those.
Groucho Marx.
That would work.
Yeah. Be good. It'll be good. Well, Jim, you got anything else you want to chat about?
No, not really. Life's been busy, and well, actually, I will say this, guys. Tomorrow I'll be going in and hopefully, I'll get it all that cancer I got on my face, and hopefully, we're gonna get it all. I go in at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
All the best on that. All the best.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Prayers.
absolutely. Is it like skin cancer type of deal? That's what I had, and they had to.
Yeah, it's
take the
supposed to
thing
be
out.
that.
Yeah.
The nurse got mad at me because when she told me, I just started laughing. And she goes, "What's so funny about being told you got cancer?" I'm like, "You just added to the list of crap I got. I don't care."
It's just one more thing.
Mark said, "If you're 100%, you get free dental." He's not lying. I don't pay for dental.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I set up my first dental appointment through the VA in Fayetteville, and it's for a year out. That's how backed up they are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a full year, and that's just like the very first appointment for them to look at your teeth and see if you're all right. So if you got to get a cleaning or something else, I guess you wait another year. I don't know how that works.
You can request community care if you need to.
Well, you got a year then to quit dipping. So quit dipping, and then you'll be.
Is that what it is? Go figure. Oh, Dan says you can have a parade when you have a branch to celebrate. Man, he's always bringing that up, isn't he? That's his go-to. Dan always does.
Dan, can you block him? Is there like?
I know. Can we block Dan?
It's easy for Dan to talk all that when he's not, talking to us.
I know.
Dan
knows how to get on here. He could get on here if he really wanted to.
Dan was up there a little bit in the rank structure. I think he would have had more of a concentration on actual drill and staying in step and crap like that, not on their cell phone while they were marching and freaking.
What's rank in the Army? They give rank to everybody in the Army.
Is that?
Yeah. Come on, Dan.
All you gotta do is take 2 steps, and hey, you got toddler, and
you're like, woohoo! They're standing on the other end and like, come on. Yes, you did it.
Oh, I love it. All right.
Wait. In another history news, today is the anniversary of the assassination attempt on Trump.
Today is?
Yeah,
yes,
1 year anniversary today.
Wow.
Yeah.
1 year ago.
That went by quick.
And it's 13 years ago since I retired.
No kidding.
On this
there
day.
you go.
Ooh, congratulations.
It's 13 years since you retired.
13 years.
And many a tear was cried.
Yes.
And they're still depositing the checks. Nice.
Yeah.
No,
as it should be.
Now, Mark still goes in every day, and he's sitting there, and they're like, "Didn't we move his desk? Didn't we?" What is that? Office, what was that? Office day or whatever? He's like,
Can I just get my stapler?
My stapler, please.
Can I just get my stapler?
It's that Milton. Yeah.
I just want my stapler.
Mark's was, this is my coffee cup.
I would love to argue, but you're not wrong. They did have a hard time staying in step. That is for sure. Watching the parade, I was very impressed with the amount of out of stepness they actually had. It was impressive.
It was very impressive. All right.
Yeah. I didn't know you could get out of step that much.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. It happens. What are you gonna do? All right. Well, let's see. We got to go back. Now that Bone is here and I can hear him and he's talking, this is good. We're going to do physical and mental health with Bone.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you guys have probably heard this. If not, you're going to hear it for the first time now. Motion is lotion. So And I realize as we get older, retire, go out and do something, get jammed up, get sore, sprain an ankle. We don't get after it as much. We don't run, walk, all that stuff. Now, I'm not advocating everybody join a CrossFit gym and blow out your lower spine and shoulders. And I'm not saying that you have to go be the next incarnation of David Goggins, but getting out and moving is imperative to your overall health at so many levels, at so many. And one of the biggest is just any type of weight bearing exercise, which includes just walking, jogging, running, walking on a treadmill, even like low impact, making your bones support your weight is imperative to maintaining them and the other functions in your body, as well as it transfers over to your mental health. So as we deal with stress, whether it's the stress of Mike having to train a new coworker that's going to lose a finger and cry, or part of a finger, I don't know, hangnail, or, the rage we feel at the areas we live in, right? These are all things that drive up the cortisol, right? Maybe some of you guys and gals are out there and you've transitioned into a second career, and you're still running and gunning or doing something that's driving that limbic response in your brain, right? That fight or flight. Probably not freeze if you're listening to this podcast. There's anything wrong with that, but just know that the mental things that affect us, build up, exercise, movement, those things help circulate everything in your body, blood, the lymph system. It's all connected. And if that sounds like a bunch of Zen hooey, well, tough. It's accurate. So the reality is the more stressed you are, you get a good workout in, you're doing better, you're feeling better. You have to deal with something traumatic like a new baby employee quitting because they got a hangnail at work. Like I'm just saying, hey, if something's going to enrage you, it's walk it off, man. Get or lift it. Whatever you do, whatever gets you up, whatever gets you burning some calories, moving your body around, getting the cortisol out and calming you down, bringing you back down to a baseline, and getting you, centered so that you can, get a little of that that serotonin, right? The little happy, body's runner's high drug, right? And it's natural. So, it's not caffeine, it's not nicotine, it's not some of the other things we maybe shouldn't be putting in our bodies. I guess without a doctor's order. But you know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself that way, because it's going to work physically. It's going to work better mentally. It's going to reduce your stress. When you feel better, one thing begets another, right? You get up, you put one foot forward, you start thinking one thought, and then you're moving on to the next. You start building a habit, you go back. And, for people injured, for people, who are jammed up and maybe can't quite do either everything they want to or anything at the moment, just stick with it. Wait, heal, recover. And when you can, listen to your body, listen to your doctor, listen to who's, guiding you, and get up and get moving, get your body stronger, and then, keep your mind strong, and both will help each other.
Yeah, that's a good point. And how many times did we, while we were active duty, we get ticked off or something like that, man, go for a run or go hit the gym, or, maybe go do some martial arts or some punching bags or something, make you feel way better. And you didn't get in trouble for punching a buddy next to you. So, bonus there as well. And I guess that goes on the civilian side, like where we are now, right? You don't want to be punching people out, unless they really, really deserve it. I don't know. Maybe you want to. I don't know.
Absolutely.
There might be a few I want to.
Well, there's always a few, and there's always going to be even more who deserve it and never get what's owed them. But you just can't, right? And we live in a day and age and an era, and even in the DoD where, laying hands on somebody is far more frowned upon than it was 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
40 for Mark.
And so 40 for Mark, where you just lace up those old brown
40,
1-pound boxing
43.
gloves that hit like bricks. Settle it like men's. But yeah, I mean, everything's got to go somewhere. So if you got that rage, you got that stress, it's going to go out somewhere. You don't want it settling in the wrong spot, and you also don't want to put your fist through a wall, or
true.
God forbid you're dealing with some other things and you start putting some, using substances, and maybe that inhibits your decision making and stuff. And now you're putting hands on or through somebody that you shouldn't have, like, a loved one and stuff. So, punching a punching bag is what it's for. And that's awesome. Because, nervous energy, anxiousness, stress, those things need to go out somewhere. And, when you're dealing with people who aren't taking care of themselves physically or mentally, you can see those things kind of agitate and build up. And it's like, you got to go get rid of that. And so, just that physical movement and exercise.
Yeah, it's always a good thing. Dan put this earlier. I'll go ahead and read it. He said it was those 80-second ass clowns that were all out of step. So even in the Army, they pick on the 80-second apparently. So it's all good.
Yeah, we replaced them in Ramadi, so we know.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
Now to go back to what you were saying, Bone, as far as just getting out and doing something, like you were saying, first of all, you got to know your limitations. But, just, even if it's just walking the dog at night or going out and, hell, I don't think anybody in Southwest Georgia cuts their own grass. I think I'm the only idiot that still cuts his own grass. Everybody and their brother's got a lawn mowing, it's like Skeeter's, lawn service and, stuff like that goes out and, any dipstick can hop on a zero turn and freaking scalp grass to dirt and then charge you $50 for it every other week or something like that. But, I used to love cutting grass, but now I'm like, God, it's too damn hot. And I ended up I did that yesterday. I was like, I've got to get the backyard cut. It stormed bad Friday night. So I got up early before it got hot, walked out, and I was like, damn, grass is too wet to cut. I can't cut it yet. So I had to wait till like noon. Well, by noon, it was 93. Humid, just moisture buzz, like, God damn, I don't want to do this. I'm like, all right, just going to do it in the backyard. Just going to do the backyard. So of course I got to get the little pooper scooper out, and I got to do that first because I'm the only one in my family that God-given talent of picking up dog poop. But
well, you learned it well in the Marine Corps, so I mean, it makes sense.
But, I did that, and I was like, all right, well, let me do the side. Let me do the side yard. Let me do the side yard. And finally I was like, you got to get that front done. And the front yard hadn't been cut in a month and a half, but it's actual grass. The backyard's like weed grass, so it's like stalks like this long, But we've had so much moisture and heat that it just grows. And finally got the front yard done, and I edged, and I had already weed whacked before I started and all that stuff. The more I did it, hell, I had to go change my shirt 3 times because shorts were soaking wet, just dripping. And I'd go in and chug a bottle of water and then turn around and be like, well, I just hydrated, so let me drink a beer. And then, which is real good for you.
You weren't hydrating with the beer?
Well, there's water in it, but I drank the water first.
99% water, I think.
That made a decision for me to be able to drink the beer at that point. But, when I was all finally done and I started edging, and I was like, I stood out there, and I was like, man, okay, I felt happy. I was like, I actually got something accomplished today. I felt good for myself.
Yeah.
And I felt good till I got in front of the house edge and I was going up the driveway. Brand new weed whacker I got. It's got the attachments, the blower, and all that stuff. 4-cycle weed whacker. My old one I had for like 4 years crapped the bed, so I told everybody in my family, just give me a new damn weed whacker for Christmas. Hadn't used this thing until like March. This is probably the 6th time I've used the damn thing. It conked out on me. I was like, man, that's weird. I must have hit the kill button. Started it back up.
God.
When I laid into that baby, it's like, ring up, pop! Just like
God.
that. I go to yank on. I was like, God, I chucked that thing clear up the driveway. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. All my happiness and everything just went away. I was like, what? Seriously?
Oh, dude.
I
By the
hope
way,
you,
I got
I hope
at
you
least
had the receipt.
it wasn't cut to my standards. I didn't get everything finished. And I was like, okay, but it actually felt good. And that's one thing, I think we're all guilty of it. Is we're all in charge of our own happiness at the end of the day. You've got to be able to understand that small goals, just little things. Okay, let me accomplish this today.
Yeah.
And the older I get, the less I can tolerate heat. I'm not old by any means, but I'm not out PTing and doing all that. And it doesn't help that, I've got bourbon in this glass tonight, but.
I just heard a saying yesterday watching memes, it said the heaviest weight in the gym is the front door.
Well, absolutely.
Ooh. Wow.
It's getting the crap out of your head to just go do it.
Just showing up. Just showing up is the most important step.
And especially
and honestly, when you
do in that area, Bone, out there, man, the natural parks and hiking trails, and just walk, and you can walk for a mile, and all of a sudden you're standing, they call it a beach, but it's a bay with a bunch of big ass rocks, but I mean it's still beautiful. It was just the being outside, breathing different air. The air is different out there than it is.
The trees filter it.
It's
there's a reason people still stay here despite all that. Oh, they're doubling the fee. The Discovery Pass fee to go hike.
Yeah, that's what I saw the last time I was out there. It was actually a tax. It was called the breathing tax or something. I don't know. It's like,
they just hit us with a bunch. They're all starting in January. Yeah, it was July was rough, and the ones that they jammed me up in July or January just hit my 3% property tax raise. I just ate crap. But no, you're 100% right, dude. It's all out there. Well, it's all out there anywhere, man. I mean, even in Vegas, right? Like, go out in the morning, go out late at night. The Mojave, who knows? Some people pay extra to go run 100 miles in the desert because they're psychopaths. You don't have to be a psycho, but like anything, you feel good. And when it's taken away from you, and I can say this because there was a time after my injury and after every surgery I had, I would be like, I'm talking less than light duty. I'm talking laying on my face 23 hours a day, trying to have my retina reattach and that nonsense, to then being a couch potato, doctor's orders, to like not being able to work and then have that all, just go to pot and then have to start over. So if you don't think I didn't transition 15 pounds of muscle to 15 pounds of body fat over 10 months, it's like, I'm maintaining the same weight, but I'm just sitting around not doing shit. You can appreciate that too. So, I mean, it's, I don't know who's listening out there, but you can do the Richard Simmons thing too, dude. You're trapped in a bed, clap your hands 15 minutes at a whack for however. And you know what I mean? Like, baby step that. And there's, I mean, just like there's, this podcast brings veterans voices out there. And, Andrew interviews some, amazing vets with amazing stories. It's like, there's amazing stories out there, people who were quite out of shape or quite injured. And I'm not just saying obese or, I'm the whole gambit, man. And also people who are, struggling mentally and trapped in their mind. And then they can maybe kind of overcome that and then overcome the physical things. So like, man, all that stuff and everybody just doubling back around. And it's like, yeah, dude, the heaviest obstacle is either that gym door or the hurdle in your head. The thing that's going to get you to do the first thing to start that snowball rolling downhill. That's the impetus.
Yeah, that was good. Dan Baker said he had to go. A great show. His words of wisdom. We haven't made it there yet, but the greatest plan never survives first contact. Be flexible. So, Dan, hope you're if you're still watching. Even though you're an Army dog, you're all right in our book. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a plan until they get hit in the face. or mouth.
Yeah.
Mouth. I don't know. Face mouth.
True statement. True statement. All right. You got anything else for us, Bone?
No, everybody. Thanks for your time.
All right. Sounds good. Well, let's go over to good news stories with Mike. Yeah. Hit us, Mike. What do you got?
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here going back and forth my work phone, answering text messages that everything's an emergency. So I apologize.
I get it. Yeah. You got to do your.
I had a couple different ones because I didn't have one coming into the show tonight, but this one I had from a couple weeks ago. But it's been discovered that wisdom teeth contain unique stem cells that can form cartilage, neurons, and even regrow heart tissue.
Whoa.
So that they don't grow in right, most people will treat their wisdom teeth as bio baggage, usually only for preventing money from a burning hole in one's pocket due to surgical costs of removing them. But an astounding new discovery has found that this third set of molars contain a unique form of human stem cells that can be harvested and used to regrow bone tissue, heart tissue, and even brain neurons.
Whoa, that's cool.
It's an exciting field of promise, full of potential and benefits, but substantial amounts of further research is still required to truly understand and to be able to properly use these stem cells. These 4 extra teeth could do. It says that these 4 extra teeth could do for us a long term beyond tearing out almonds in a salad. For starters, wisdom teeth contain a softer center of tissue called dental pulp that keeps the tooth alive. This pulp contains immature cells with a team of scientists at University of Basque Country in Spain have transferred into several different kinds of cells. Said an associate professor in cell biology and histology led a recent study that turned these pulp cells into electrically excitable pseudoneurons that demonstrated essential electrical activity in concert with the proper neurons. Whatever that means. Bone, you probably know that more than I do since you're...
Electricity is going from A to B.
Yeah. Because of this will help treat brain circuitry, which I would assume when you start talking about that, as far as the electricity, from any number of conditions of trauma. Pulp-derived cells have some interesting and unique properties, including the capacity to build mineralized tissue faster for bone that is marrow-derived stem cells. Scientists have also used the dental pulp secretions to improve heart ejection fractions in mice with heart failure in vitro. These cells seem to lay down layers of collagen and calcium in neat, orderly sheets, making them potentially attractive for joint cartilage repair. Says from a logistics and cost standpoint, they're an ideal source of stem cells. Bone marrow cells require painful injections that sometimes can't involve anesthesia, while embryonic or placental stem cells without ethical concerns require someone to decide to have a baby. Says, by contrast, almost all humans are born with wisdom teeth, and 85% of all humans born have them removed as teenagers.
You know, nobody ever asked me what I wanted to do with my wisdom teeth when they came out.
I was told they had to come out. There was no option. They just cut mine out in boot camp and then yanked them.
They didn't give them to me, that's for sure.
But it says this study claims that 10 million wisdom teeth are removed every year. 10 million teeth. But the process of sending them to a biobank could be very simple. A kit offered by a company like Stemdotics could be bought and shipped to a dentist's office ahead of the procedure. The tooth is put in a vial, placed on dry ice, and rushed to the lab where the pulp will be extracted and preserved as potentially life-changing form of cellular insurance, not only for the donator of the teeth, but for other people. Says there's no donor cell. No donor cells means no risk of rejection, which means no waiting list for finding a matching donor. The dental pulp cells would be available as soon as they're needed. If covered by dental insurance plan, there we go back to dental insurance. Their storage could result in tens of thousands of dollars saved down the line if some of these treatments prove executable and effective.
Wow. That's a really cool deal. And you said if my wisdom teeth, they took those, it doesn't have to be just for me. It can be for other people as well.
Yeah, it doesn't require, you don't have to be a matching donor at that point. You could choose to have yours preserved or, for stem cell, or you could just say, okay, just donate them. I don't care.
Yeah. That's way better than what was it? The stem cell research and all that stuff with babies and things of that nature.
With bone marrow and.
Yeah. I mean, it's way easier. But
on the cord blood stuff, I mean, they offer every time you have a kid to save the cord blood for the baby, but you have to pay to bank it, right? So the thing is and then it's the same thing. You can either use it for your child, or familial donations tend to work a lot better than just random or a mix of it. But they can all be used that way, or you can donate it. But it's just it's a cost, and it's a storage cost, and it's a running storage cost, right? It's like Ted Williams' head and Walt Disney on ice in California, right? So they can dethaw them and hook them into the internet later. Same thing with any of this cord stuff. I don't know, the teeth thing's newer. I don't know. This is the first time I heard about that. But stem cells, it's really good medicine, and it's really powerful stuff that the body does with that, because those are all those infant base cells that differentiate into any other cell of the body. And the more basic base layer non-differentiated stem cell, like the kind that are embryonic, if you think about it, you're an embryo, you start with 2 sex cells and turn into Mike and his sick mustache, right? Like that's what starts as a stem cell. So I think that stuff's awesome, and the US is way behind because of ethical stances we took in the 90s and stuff, and nuanced conversation. I'm not going to bag on it too hard, but you can also go to Panama or Tijuana and get some pretty sick stem cells and get them, intravenously or injected to where you need them. And it's good medicine. But I think that's awesome. And I think that something like that does take away those concerns, and something that you'll gladly be like, yeah, save it for me for a one-time cost, or I just donate it, pay it forward. Hopefully somebody else does, and then you get some on the back end if you need it. But anything like that's awesome, because that's a huge, as America, we're behind in that, but that's just a huge growing field of medicine. And that's awesome, because there's a lot can be done with that.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the majority of all these research and these studies and these findings come out of. They don't come from the United States. It's amazing to sit and read some of these stories. Even, I've done on the show, they all come out of Japan or China.
Which they should, because we're giving some colleges $2.2 billion.
Absolutely.
Research.
Yeah.
It's like we're giving one college $2.2 billion a year for research. Why isn't this research coming out of America?
Yeah.
And
it's
you're going to use it for evil. You're going to clone a goat.
Yeah, Bone was saying it. It's because the political stuff, and what, we just haven't been able to catch up with everybody when it comes to that.
It's because all these countries are sending their the best and brightest to America to come to college. We give these colleges $2.2 billion, one college, $2.2 billion, and then all these students take their knowledge and go back home.
That does happen.
It does happen every year.
We're making the world a better place, though, Sensei. Come on. And then you can fly there, and you can pay cash for a paltry $30,000 plus your ticket and lodgings in Panama. You can go get your super, super sweet stem cell treatments. But
but then some of that stuff is banned by the FDA, and they won't allow different procedures and stuff like that. But then they'll turn around and approve some other things, and it's like, do you honestly think the stuff you said is not going to hurt you? It's in food, we're allowed to use, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, by the way, red dye we've been using since the 60s. Not so good for you. We eliminate it from cosmetics, but it's
well,
okay.
how many times did they say eggs were bad for you, eggs are good for you, eggs are bad for you, and it just went back and forth?
Yeah.
I don't know what they are now. I don't know if they're good for you or bad for you.
I think they're good again.
They're good again.
Yep.
Well, that's a good thing because I do like my eggs. So
that cholesterol is important for your test. I might bring that up next Fireside chat. That might be the vitamins and minerals chat.
That'd be a good one.
Get your natural boost. Yeah.
That's why people that have means go outside of this country. The majority of us don't have means. Like Peyton Manning when he had that neck injury when he was with Denver or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The procedure was there, but they're like, it's not authorized. You can't do it in the United States.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. Got on a plane and flew to Europe.
Got it done. Got some HGH. His head grew half the size, and then he got off it and got clean. There's a lot of people that go do things and then I wouldn't say sober up off it, might not be the right word, clean up, get these certain things out of their system, that like the USADAs of the world, the people that do these drug testings and stuff like that. If you have the means, you're going to go do that. And then, okay, I'll let it get out of my system. I'll take a test at home. Okay. I'll go take my work test and now I can go fight again. Right. Pro fighting is one of those big things, or you can be in a Russian Olympian and just not get it out of your system and just dope in every way imaginable. And all that stuff is that, they use it for sport, but that's also stuff like that is also available for the layperson who has these health concerns, who maybe has some degenerative arthritis that might want to get a little something so they can get out there and get moving, like we were talking about earlier. And I just, it's a little muddied water. I just stomped in a puddle and kicked it around a bit, but there's all that crap. It's like, this is good. It's like, man, if it's gonna help somebody, if it's gonna cure them in some cases, I mean, or cure as much as can be a cure, that's awesome. And there's not a lot of money in the cure always, especially if it's a one-time thing. So,
one of the things that I find interesting, and you could probably talk more about this, Bone, but in America, we pay a ridiculous amount of money when it comes to medical care and things of that nature. Whereas you can, for the even cheaper than what you would pay here, you could get a plane ticket, fly to another country, get the procedure done, do all the healing. You could stay in a 5-star resort and fly back for way cheaper than you could just get it done here in the United States. I just find that absolutely insane.
We do pay the most out. I mean, in every regard. The money we pump out, and part of it is that it's because of the free market, and don't get it twisted. I like capitalism. I hate communism, but in other countries, their government is involved, and they do have caps where Merck can only be multi-billionaires, not 100 billionaires, and I'm making these numbers up, right? So anybody listening, but realize there are, mostly other countries around the world that, moderate that so that things like that don't get out of control. And even in advertising, I want to say the US and Canada, and there might be one other country in the world where you can advertise pharmaceuticals. So,
kidding.
Those commercials, there's rules. You can't say what it does, but you can advertise your Wegovy and it rhymes with Wegogi and is your fat shot. Like, buy it. And that doesn't happen in most places. And by most places, I mean almost every other country, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So they're selling a product that's overpriced and expensive because they can do that here versus like you can't do it there. That's that whole Dallas Buyers Club thing. People coming down from drugs and other things or stuff for HIV management is because even just across that border, drugs are cheaper. Or if you go down to Mexico, buy your antibiotics. You can buy broad spectrum antibiotics in a local pharmacy. And I'm not advocating not talking to a doctor and treating yourself. I mean, there are certain things where it's like, hey man, if you're not allergic to penicillin and penicillin treats a bunch of things, you could use it. It'd go okay, right? Like,
Makes
take care
sense.
of your own
Yeah.
gonorrhea or whatever. But it's, I mean, and we have the internet, and I realize I'm not advocating WebMD as a real doctor, but I'm just saying, there's a reason these things go down, so it's,
Well,
I don't know. I
mean,
guess it's my
also,
2 cents on that.
our current president basically went out on behalf and said, okay, you're only charging $62 for this prescription in the UK. Now, why are we charging $362 in the United States? We're done with this.
Yes.
We're done with
Yes.
this. We are done subsidizing the rest of the world because you're like triple, 1,000% price increase just for the United States. This is done.
Right. And that was a thing that was happening.
Yeah, it was a thing. Is a thing.
Is a thing.
Yep. What's really bad is a
Midgets.
2.5 day stay in the hospital. $43,000, and all I did was a couple of CTs and pulled blood. So that's a little ridiculous. Glad I don't have to pay it.
Yeah, praise God, because you earned that. But I mean, also that's ridiculous, and not everyone's in that position. That's wild. It's wild.
Exactly. That's the point. That's why I even bring it up, because, I am blessed. That I'm able to go get that and not have to worry about it.
Right.
But in that, I mean, I'd give that up if I didn't have all this stuff. But there is somebody out there who has a similar problem that doesn't have the benefits that we have. And,
True.
They got to figure out how to come up with some of that money. And that's hard, because not a lot of people got 42 grand sitting around. So
that's true. Yeah.
It goes back to seeking Mark's dental, the dental care they offer for the vets and like all that. I mean, I think I want to say medical bankruptcies. If it's not the number one, it's top 2 causes of bankruptcy in the United States is medical debt. So that's hardly most people's fault most of the time.
Yep.
Well, Mike, did you have anything else for us? No, I see the mustache shaking back and forth, so that's a no for sure.
No, I had a couple different articles, but I chose that one. So
okay, all right. Well, we come to the end here, and we'll jump into words of wisdom. All right. Where do we want to start? We're going to start with Mike tonight. Mike, you want to lead us off? Nope. Okay.
Sure. I mean, yes, sir. Yeah, come back to me.
Okie dokie. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll just go down. Bone, you ready to do yours?
Yeah. All I gotta say is, like I said earlier, motion is lotion. Keep moving, and put one foot in front of the other, one thought in front of the other, and you string that together over and over. You're gonna be going somewhere.
Yeah, that was good. Say the very first part of that again, because I really like that.
Motion is lotion.
Motion is lotion. Yeah, that's good.
Man, if I had a nickel every time I told that to girl at college.
Oh my God.
You'd have 2 nickels.
At least one.
That's a shitload of nickels.
Oh, man. Well, Sensei, words of wisdom from you.
It is not enough to be busy. So are ants. The question is, what are you busy about?
That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. I'm digging it. All right, Jim, what about you? You got something for us? You got to hit the mute. You got to unmute.
Done. All right. Don't seek happiness, create it. You don't need life to go your way to be happy.
I like it. Yeah. That's good, man. That's good. All right, Mike, I'm coming back to you now. Are you prepared? Mike, you gotta unmute, man. You gotta unmute. Unmute, Mike. You gotta unmute. We don't hear you.
Mike, you still have to unmute. Mike,
Sorry.
unmute.
Excuse me. Calm down, Sensei. Calm down. What I was saying is, sorry, I still had the lotion thing in Vic, and I was like, oh, man, I don't want to imagine that. It's like, okay. And then Jim's, he's all kicked back, and he was on mute like he was putting the lotion up. I'm messing with you, Jim. All right, this is my quote. I know Mark's got the humdinger, so it's not the man who has too little that is poor. It is the man who always craves more.
Oh, yeah, that was good. That was good.
That's good.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Mark, they're making it difficult for you. They're going out of their way.
They are. Wow.
Yeah. Every week they're challenging you to more and more. So
you can see the look on Mark's face. He's like, "Here, hold my beer. Give me a."
Yeah. All right, I'm just going to start calling you Humdinger Mark. So,
okay, there's a story about 4 people named everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. There was an important job to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought that anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done.
dang. That's good. That's good. Were you reading that, or did you just off the top of your head?
Little of both.
Okay. There ain't no way I'd have been able to spout that out. That was good. Yeah, I definitely have to read it for sure. Well, shoot, guys, thanks for coming on and doing this, being part of the crew. I truly appreciate you guys.
Hold on a second. We got we got the review. I always forget the review.
Cigar review.
Yeah. So this is I gotta say that it's been a while since I smoked an Ashton. It's probably been 8 or 10 months since I smoked an Ashton, and I've never smoked a cabinet before. So I really enjoyed this. Is solid construction. I mean, this is the first time that I got a little tall on one side, but I never had to relight it. I'm starting to feel the spicy that the review said towards the end there. But as Mike likes to say, it's been smooth and creamy the whole time. So it's a good cigar. I'll probably get another one.
Very nice.
Or 3.
All right. Well, you were leading Dan in the right direction. You told him about that earlier. So that's a good deal. All right, guys. Thanks again for doing this. I truly appreciate it. To all the listeners out there, if you're struggling, need help, anything like that, don't forget the VA has some great resources. You can always dial 988, press option 1. You can always text 838-255, or you can go to veteranscrisisline.net and click on that chat icon. Any of those options will put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life loss is one too many. I care about you. The crew cares about you. The whole veteran community cares about you. So please reach out for help. And if you're out there, you're not struggling, reach out to the buddies you served with. Ask them how they're doing. If they need that helping hand, please give it to them. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate it. To all the listeners, stay motivated. Change your socks.
Come on,